The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Peter Parker tries to have a friendship with Gwen Stacy as he investigates his parents' murder while also dealing with the supervillain Electro, played by Jamie Foxx, and the return of his childhood friend Harry Osborn, played by Dane DeHaan, who is dying from a deadly genetic disease. Okay, so because this movie came out in 2014, so of course there will be spoilers for the film, so you have all been warned. So before we dived in, so when the trailers came out, they marketed the film as like villains will unite, and it shows, like, the poster shows Green Goblin, Electro, and Rhino. And back then I was like, this is so exciting, I cannot wait. And then I saw the movie, and 2 out of 3 of the villains actually united. Rhino didn't team up with Electro or Green Goblin. It was just he was just doing his own thing. And by the way, speaking of the Rhino, Paul Giamatti. Oh my God, like what is going on? Like, what is happening? What were they thinking when it came to Paul Giamatti? Like, his energy, like his acting, his portrayal of the Rhino is so, like, over the top and just cartoonish. It was very hard to take seriously. I mean, we only saw a little bit of him. So, yeah. And then, like, the movie opens up and we get to see, like, a little bit more of what happened to Peter Parker's parents. And, like, on the airplane, and for some reason there's like a Jason Bourne, Liam Neeson whip-off. And it just wasn't very impressive. So yeah. And also, when it came to Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy, the chemistry between Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield, you definitely feel it. You definitely feel it. It's more developed here in this movie, and as I said before, the two actors, they actually dated while, like, shooting, a mist in the while shooting the film. So that really that definitely helped their characters and the chemistry between the two of them. But it's like it's on and off. Like, the movie opens up and I guess they're together, and then they break up, and then they're back together, and it just kept going on and off, and I'm like, oh my God, either break up, or either the two of you break up, or get back together, like kiss and make up. Like, this on and off romance is got very tiring, and I just make up a mind. Just make up your mind. And then let's talk about Jamie Foxx as Electro and his origin. So Max Dillon. So Jamie Foxx, he's working at Oscorp, and then he fell into this giant tank with genetically altered electric eels. I thought his design was pretty cool. Like, the way he looks, like, I love, like, the visuals of Electro, because, like, the veins, you get to see his veins, the electricity running through his body. It looked visibly, it looked really amazing. I love the way he looks. But, like, he fell into the tank, and then he got electrified, and then oh my God, the fucking electricity, like, it repaired the gap in between his teeth. Like, Like there was a gap, like there's a gap in between his teeth, and the electricity, it just, it just comically like snapped together. Oh my god, that is so stupid and dumb. Oh my god, I didn't know. Uh, so that just says like if you have a gap in your teeth, use electricity. I guess electricity can repair the gaps in anyone's teeth. So if you have a gap in your teeth, go ahead and get electrified and use electricity to repair the gap in between your teeth. That is so stupid. That is so stupid and so dumb. I don't know why they showed it to us. But whatever. Like I said, I love his design. And they try to make you care about, they try to make you care and like connect to Electro, but I just didn't. Like, he's a nobody. Like, he feels like a nobody. Everyone's ignoring him. They're not even bothered by him. They just pretend he's not there. And I'm like, okay, that's a little like, if this was real life, that would never have happened. But this is a fictional superhero movie. So yeah, but like the characters in the movies, like making up excuses to like not help Max Dillon was pretty ridiculous. So yeah. So moving on. So we got the introduction of Peter Parker's childhood best friend, Harry Osborn, as I said, played by Dane DeHaan, who is dying from a deadly genetic disease that is passed on to him by his father, Norman Osborn. I don't know why. I'm not an expert. I don't know why Harry has this disease at such a young age, while his father has the disease while he's older. Like, he definitely, like, his skin and his fingernails definitely look like a goblin. So there's that. But he doesn't, he's not a huge fan of Spider-Man. He makes fun of Spider-Man. He's not a huge fan of him. But then he gets the disease. But then he gets the genetic disease. And now he's like begging for Spider-Man's help, and who turned him down. And now he's evil. And now Harry is evil, and he won't stop at nothing to find some cure to his disease. And then he meets Electro, and these two villains team up, and then Harry Osborn gets injected with some spider venom and turned into this disgusting looking green goblin with face herpes, like STDs. And by the way, like, Norman Osborn created the glider. And here's something. Norman Osborn created the Goblin glider. So it makes sense, because he created it, because he invented it, it makes sense that he knows how to maneuver it. He knows how to control it. But does Harry Osborn just learned to fly the glider, the Goblin glider? He just learned it. So how is he like a master at flying the Goblin glider, like just like that with a and I don't know why, but just like this entire movie feels like Spider-Man 3 all over again. Sony fucked up and they made another Spider-Man 3. And, there are some people out there, there's like maybe 2 or 3 friends. I know some of my friends actually actually really liked Spider-Man 3 and, the Amazing Spider-Man movies, whatever. That's their opinions. I respect that. I respect their opinions. But for me, it just doesn't make any sense. It's a clusterfuck. This movie is so focused on setting up this Spider-Verse. You know, there's Alice. Oh, here, look over there. There's Alistair Smythe. Look over here. There's Felicia Hardy. I almost said Felicity Jones, but yeah, Felicity Jones playing Felicia Hardy. Like, here's all these characters, and here's Doctor Octopus arms and Vulture's wings and Rhino's armor. It's so focused on building up like the future of the franchise that it forgets to be a good movie. And that's one of the reasons why this movie failed, and Sony, a year later, made a deal with Disney, with Marvel Studios, to have Spider-Man join the MCU. But it's just so focused on that. Like Venom, like in Spider-Man 3, Venom was in my opinion, I feel like Venom was shoehorned into the finale of Spider-Man 3. And here I feel like Green Goblin is shoehorned for like in the final battle. Like there's no, like, Venom didn't need to be in Spider-Man 3. You could save that for a future movie, maybe like down the line. And here, there's no reason for Green Goblin. I want, there's like too many characters. There's too many villains. All right, there's just too many villains, and they didn't even develop them. The only one they they attempted to develop, but in my opinion failed, was Electro. Paul Giamatti's Rhino appears in the beginning and the end of the movie. That's it. And we got introduced to Harry Osborn, and now he's all of a sudden a villain because Peter Parker hid this great secret that he's actually Spider-Man, and now he wants to kill his best friend. There's so much shit, and that is the downfall of The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And plus, I want to talk about one of the scenes. One of the scenes of the film, Peter Parker is trying to, use a battery to, jumpstart his web shooters. So he's watching this YouTube video. You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know the scene I'm talking about if you've seen the film. He's watching a YouTube video. I want you to carefully look at that YouTube video. Like, pause and watch, and look at the subscriptions. Like, this guy has 2 subscribers, but he has over 100,000 views. He has 100,000 views, but he only has 2 subscribers. Did he buy views? Did he buy views? And by the way, you should never, I'm not an expert or anything. I don't know if it is possible to buy views. If there is, don't do it. Alright, you have to be pretty stupid to buy views. Don't do it. Like, I have 40-ish, I have 42, 43 subscribers, and yet my views aren't even up to 100,000. So it just, oh my god, he pretty much bought views. So that was pretty dumb. But I will say this, like I said, I love the Now, I don't think this movie is complete shit. It's not trash. This movie isn't trash. I love the chemistry between Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield. The action scenes were pretty entertaining, and I really enjoyed it. I loved Hans Zimmer's musical score, especially Electro's score with this techno beat. I love that. Like, when I think about Electro, I will always think about that techno, dubstep, dubstep music. That was pretty awesome. But yeah. But the rest of it, it's just, no wonder this movie didn't do such a good job, and Sony partner up with, it sucks because Sony had like this plan. You know, they had this whole plan, and now it's all canceled. Let me show you. Let me tell you guys about these canceled sequels and, you know, all these spin-offs. So like in the end credit scenes, we saw like blueprints and schematics of the Sinister Six. We saw Dr. Octopus arms. We saw this mask with the glowing, with like smoke coming out of its eye. Some people thought it's chameleon. Some other people thought, because of theatrical and smoke, they thought about Mysterio. And then, you know, there's Kraven the Hunter's like spear, and then the Vulture's rings. You know, Dr. Octopus arms. You know, all of that. They try to set up the Sinister Six. And Venom. I'm not so sure about the Sinister Six, but definitely Venom. You know, we got Tom Hardy. And then, yeah, I mean, they wanted, like, I remember they planned for The Amazing Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man 4. I don't know anything about this. I don't know what happened to the Silver Sable and Black Cat movie. Silver and Black, it's what it's called. I don't know if it's canceled. I don't know if that movie's canceled or if it's shelved. But yeah, they had this whole thing planned out, and now it's all turned into dust. Well, maybe we'll see the Sinister Six, probably a version of it, in the upcoming Spider-Man No Way Home. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you've seen The Amazing Spider-Man 2, let me know what you thought about it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for taking your time to listen to my review. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video, and I will see all of you lovely people soon.